Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing this video about breastfeeding and why I personally chose breastfeeding, and hopefully this will help convince some of you that don't know if you want to breastfeed, or help reassure those that want to breastfeed. Breastfeeding doesn't only benefit the baby, it also helps benefit you as the mother. You burn, I think it's up to 500 calories when you breastfeed, and that's equivalent, that's like working out. It's a plus. Like, it helps you lose pregnancy weight quick. Like, I mean, why everyone wants to lose a pregnancy weight? So as simple as feeding your baby will help you lose all that weight. And also, of course, the bonding time. The bonding time with your baby it's a special connection on a personal level that you will connect with the baby. Like, only with the mother. The father can't breastfeed the baby, so when the baby sees you, and she or he is going to want the mommy to feed them, and it's just, when I saw my baby wanting me to eat, it was just, oh, the baby wants me. It makes you feel happy and warm inside that your baby wants and needs you because they're hungry and they rely on you. And also, of course, breastfeeding helps benefit the baby. It helps reduce future chances of getting sick, and they get our antibodies from breastfeeding. Since we have already gotten our vaccinations, that will pass over to the baby and help them, since they're so, what's the word? Immune to getting sick easy because they're new. That getting our antibodies from our vaccinations from when we were kids will help them. And let's see, also, I gotta look here, it helps prevent ear infections and also future chances of them getting cancer. So, and I also read somewhere that it can help increase the chances of the IQ level or something. So that's really cool to, help give your baby a high IQ by just breastfeeding them. I thought that was really cool. So those are some benefits of that. And the experience of me breastfeeding, the first 2 weeks they're tough. They're really hard, and it hurts. It hurts so bad. But once you get through, you push through those 2 weeks. You just keep saying in your head, like, after this, it's nothing. You don't feel, it doesn't, of course you feel them feeding off you, but it just doesn't faze you. Like, I would be, like, passed out, and she'd be feeding, and I wouldn't even realize. Like, it wouldn't faze me, it wouldn't affect me or anything, or hurt. But your nipples are like your lips. They get chapped, so they'll crack. They can get cracked, they can even bleed or whatever. So to prevent that, which I recommend you do this religiously if you're gonna breastfeed, is there's this cream. It's called Medela Tender Care. It's soothing relief for sore nipples, safe for mom and baby, all natural ingredients, glides on smoothly and gently. I got this little small one at the hospital. I asked for so many because my boobs and my nipples were just so sore. They gave me like 5 to 10 of these. I don't even know. This is the one I still have from the hospital. So when you go to the hospital, ask the nurse pretty much for anything. Ask for pacifiers, they'll give it to you. Well, at least my hospital, so just, you deserve it, so ask for it. So ask for this, for your nipples, you need it. So after every feeding, put it on, like chapstick, religiously. You don't want your nipples to get, chapped like your lips, if that it's bad, it hurt. Like, that didn't happen to me because I used the cream all the time, so I recommend that very strongly. I only gave my baby breast milk for the first 2 months, and I'm really happy I did. I introduced her to formula. At first she didn't like it, but I just, I introduced her to formula, and after the 2 months, I stopped breastfeeding when she was like 3.5 months. But breastfeeding is not, it doesn't only it saves you so much money, okay? So much money. She's off breastfeeding now, and just formula, is one little thing like this is like $25, and that will last you a week. So it's $25 a week just on formula. That's on top of diapers and wipies and anything else you're going to need for your baby. So breastfeeding saves so much money. Not only does it save money, it's easier on you. Imagine waking up at 3 in the morning and going all the way to the kitchen and making a bottle and then coming back and your baby's crying, hungry. Or that's what you could do. Make a bottle of formula, or lay in bed, lay your baby next to you, feed her, and then go to sleep. That's what I would do all the time. And like she'd fall asleep next to me, and then I'd wake up when it was time for her to feed again, and then just do that again. Just pull out my boob and feed her. It was so easy. I didn't even have to get out of bed, really. So she slept with me while I was breastfeeding, pretty much. But you gotta be careful with sleeping in the bed with the baby. That's, you read about family beds and stuff. So that's, there's a few things you can't do while you breastfeed, and that I recommend that you don't, you don't do while you breastfeed. There's the obvious: don't smoke, drink, or do drugs, anything like that. Whatever you take in your body, anything you eat, anything goes to your milk, which goes then to your baby. Now, what I recommend you don't do, I don't know if you're not, it doesn't say you're not supposed to, but I recommend, from my experience, is either don't eat or drink caffeine, or limit it. Because one time I drank a cup of coffee, like thing like that, like a thermos of coffee, and then when I breastfed, my baby Kaylee was so wired I couldn't get her back to sleep. She was just like, her eyes were wide open, and she was wired because of the caffeine I drank. After that, I didn't eat or drink caffeine after that. I didn't want to experience that. So if you're going to breastfeed, my recommendation is to try to stay away or limit caffeine completely. I also recommend to try to wait on introducing the bottle, because like maybe a month, because at least until your baby gets completely used to breastfeeding and latching and whatever. I made that mistake, and the reason why I didn't want to stop breastfeeding. I wish I was still breastfeeding. The only reason why I stopped breastfeeding is because I pretty much introduced the bottle too early with breast milk, but I still introduced the bottle too early to Kaylee, and the bottles are way easier to drink than the breast. So of course the baby's gonna not want to work for their food when they can get it easier. So that's what happened with me. She didn't want to latch, and she would scream and cry, and I would try to hold her head there, and she wouldn't latch and she wouldn't eat. So I didn't want to, force her, so I just had to stop breastfeeding. I did try pumping milk, but then my milk, you make more milk when your baby latches, so more than if you would pump. So I tried pumping, but it wasn't enough, and she was hungry, so I just decided to stop. So yeah, I recommend that. I also really, on my experience, recommend, which was a lifesaver, to get a breast pump. Get both electric and manual. I got both. The electric one I got was called My Pump, M-I Pump, and I got it online from I ordered it online from Babies R Us. It was $100. It was worth it. It was $100 is like the cheapest expensive electric pump to get, and it's really good quality. I liked that, and electric just makes it easier than still just sitting there and pumping. So that's for that. And then manual, if you want to just pump a quick bottle instead of sitting, you don't have the time to sit there and pump electrically, because you gotta plug it, or you can get battery powered one. The manual pump I got was Medela, and I got it from Babies R Us, and it was only $35. So those are the two I use, and I recommend getting both, or you're just getting one. But having a pump helps, because if you just want to give your baby breast milk for a while before formula, and you need to leave or go to work or whatever, you can pump milk, leave it in the fridge, and whoever's going to watch the baby, or if you're going to take the baby to daycare, then you give them, they're still getting your breast milk. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about why I chose breastfeeding and my experiences and what not to do, or my recommendations on stuff. I hope I maybe changed some of your minds onto breastfeed, or reassured yours that wanted to. If anyone has questions about breastfeeding or anything like that, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. And I hope I helped out with some questions or convinced some of you. Alright, thank you. See you next time.